The hardest part about bodybuilding isn't the training or the food or the discipline, it's the time. Being a bodybuilder takes so much time. The training takes hours, the meal prep takes hours, the eating takes time. And if you're someone like me with a full-time job and a lot of responsibilities to juggle, bodybuilding can feel almost impossible at times. This is a common complaint I hear from my clients and just people I interact with. They love bodybuilding, but they just can't find the time. So listen up, I'm going to detail a ton of little strategies you can employ to save yourself seconds, minutes, and hours to let you reach your goals. Individually, none of these strategies is super powerful, but taken in concert, you can accomplish a ton. So let's get into it. First things first, everybody knows about meal prep. You should meal prep, it'll save you time, make your food in advance. But there are levels to this, okay? So for one, you should meal prep while you're doing other cooking. So if you need something to be heated, if you're about to eat right now, do some meal prep in the downtime. If you're using the microwave, use the stove. If you're using the stove, use the slow cooker. If you're using the slow cooker, use the air fryer. Juggle those tasks simultaneously. Use your kitchen time as efficiently as possible, and you'll get way more done. Additionally, if you're doing meal prep right, you're probably eating similar foods all the time. This means that maybe you can get your groceries delivered. Amazon Fresh is actually cheaper than a lot of your neighborhood grocery stores, and they'll deliver to you for essentially free. I personally use Walmart for my ground beef. I will have them ship me about 50 pounds of ground beef once a month. This saves me a ton of time because I don't have to trek to the Walmart and I don't have to worry that they're actually going to run out of lean ground beef. This extends beyond groceries too. If you have regular purchases you make, toiletries, household items, use Amazon Subscribe and Save. We're trying to save as much time as possible, and so the more processes in your life you can automate and put on autopilot, the more time that will buy you. Secondly, I know that a lot of bodybuilders are really big about getting in steps. Steps are awesome. They help you recover, they help you relax, they give you the ability to eat more, improving your total daily energy expenditure, improving insulin sensitivity, and potentially body composition. Walking is awesome, but it takes time. You can't just walk around all day. So if you're trying to get in your steps, make sure you're actually going somewhere. For me personally, I have a grocery store that's about a 10-minute drive, but it's a 20-minute walk. So that's what I do. I carry cloth bags and I go there maybe 3 times a week. Yes, of course it takes time, but I want to get in the steps anyway, right? And this is actually far more efficient than driving there, driving back, and trying to get in the steps some other time. And if you pay attention, there's probably lots of opportunities in your life where you can walk somewhere instead of drive or even take the transit. And if you're trying to get the steps in anyway, make sure you're getting them in with purpose. And also, if you're really struggling to get in those steps and they're important to you, consider walking between sets at the gym. That can make a big difference, particularly during a long session. Thirdly, one thing I do that actually does save a lot of time is I set out all my supplements in advance. I have a pill case, like an 80-year-old man. I set out all of my supplements and I do it on Sunday. It takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but that saves me time throughout the week. And I try to do things like that as often as I can. So I'll set out my work clothes before I go to work. I'll pack my gym bag before I go to the gym. I will do things in advance as much as I can because it's less stress, it's easier, and I don't have to rush in those moments. People often waste time because they're being sloppy. They're trying to get a lot done really quickly and they screw up and they have to do it over again. So if you can give yourself the time and the ability to do things in advance, you'll be more efficient and effective and it will actually take less time. That brings me to another more conceptual point. You need to take advantage of dead time. What I mean by that is you need to find areas of your life where time is being wasted and you need to fill that time up productively. So let's say it's Friday night and you're going to go out at 7 o'clock. You get home from work, it's 5:30, you clean up, you're ready, it's like 6:20. You have 15 minutes and nothing to do. Most people will just sit and kill time on their phone. Don't do that. That's dead time. That's time that you could use to meal prep. That's time you could use to pack your clothes for the next day. That's time you could use now to save yourself stress and energy later. You need to find those moments. Again, I know this sounds trivial. This sounds like it's not a lot, but most people have a ton of dead time throughout their day, just scattered about. And the more dead time you can find and bring to life and reclaim, the more time you will have to do the things you actually want, like bodybuilding. Now, I mentioned the phone there. The phone is the killer of all games, the swallower of time, the destroyer of worlds. The phone will eat up your day if you don't pay attention to it. Don't blame yourself. These phones were designed by the smartest people in the world. They are designed to suck your time away and captivate your attention. We are mere mortals. We can't hope to fight it. But one of the most important things you can do is when you're trying to go to bed at night, put your phone away. Put your phone away. Because if you want to be efficient, if you want to be a bodybuilder, you need to prioritize sleep. And that means maintaining a consistent wake and bedtime. And that means that if you get in bed at 10 o'clock and don't fall asleep until midnight because you're looking at TikTok videos, you have wasted 2 hours that you should have spent sleeping. You have to put your phone away. Again, I know how hard it is. I'm a coach. I am thoroughly addicted to my phone. I use it way too much. But at the very least, you have to know that at the end of the day, when you're trying to go to bed, you need to put the phone away because that's when it's most dangerous. That's when it's going to eat up the most of your time, when you need that time the most, because that's when you need to sleep so you can rest, recover, and grow strong. Lastly, the most important thing you can do is just recognize that sometimes you're not going to have enough time. You're not always going to have enough time. But if you are committed to your goals, you will still do what you need to do. You will still get in that workout. You will still find a way to eat. You will still do it, but it just may not be perfect. That's the thing. Maybe your macros will be off. Maybe your training session will suck. Maybe you'll be underslept. But the key is you'll still get it in. You have to find ways to get it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be your best effort. But if you can consistently do the things that you need to do day after day after day, those results will stack. And those imperfections will fade away. They will become swallowed by the magnitude of the effort you've already expended. And that's what you need to do. If you want to achieve something great, if you want to change your body, you can't do it in a moment. It takes time. And so you need to give yourself the time to accomplish that goal. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you personally have specific strategies that you use to save time, comment them below. I am always trying to find ways to save more time. Appreciate you.